Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Yoshi, Wario, Link, Zelda, Sheep, Ganondorf, Toon Link, Samus, Sears, Samus, Peach, Max Blacker, Rob, Kirby, Meta Knight, King Dedede, Olimar, Fox, Alto, Wolf, Captain Falcon, Pikachu, Pokemon Trainer, Mario, Jigglypuff, Marth, Ike, Ness, Lucas, Mr. Game & Watch, King, Sonic.
I realize now that by revealing my face, I may switch from using a black screen to just showing this, which I'm comfortable with. You guys can let me know what you think is best. The Brawl Announcer is technically a separate character, so maybe he should have a different symbol like the smash ball or something appear when he's talking, but more on that later.
Nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit, dip it all in mashed potatoes. Ebola-chan! Super Metal Sonic? No!
Yes, I am the controller of this internet.
Hey, what's the red moon, Mike?
Oh, I almost forgot. It's a red moon. What did you think it was?
Okay, now you're trying to confuse us on the last episode.
Hey, you're Mike from the Brawl Announcer?
Yes, oh, did you see me on the face cam on the last episode?
Yes.
Now, since we finished those girls from Rainbow Rocks, shall we face Super Metal Sonic?
I'm in.
Me too.
Me 3.
Make it 4.
Me 5.
Me 6. Okay, let's get going.
Well, at least I got 4 out of 5 of my songs right.
What?
Tardino Tochu, Spice and Wolf, Amalie and Tamaichu, English version,
Yeah?
Seth theme,
Yeah?
Squirrels in My Pants extended version.
I can't do that.
Banjo-Kazooie, Final Battle, Metal Guitar cover,
Wait, who made that remix?
Toxic Externity. Anyway, last one is Under Our Spell and welcome to the show from Rainbow Rocks.
Well, you did well.
Hey, there's a cave, and there's the old timer from Happy Wheels. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
This combination slows it up. Then, Nostalgia Critic gives a jump scare and shows a img_3600.png, or the intro of the combination. Then, it has Magnetic Needle Storm from Metal Masters Galaxy Nova from Metal Fusion. Kamehameha Flash from Budokai 3, Final Explosion from Budokai 3, Final Flash from Budokai 3, and finally, Death Star Explosion from Star Wars.
Okay, this will finish him. He's in the final destination.
Well, you made it.
It's game over. Let's rock. Chaos Control.
Well, you made it.
Yeah.
Must recharge.
Oh no, you don't!
You making me mad. You wouldn't like me when I'm mad.
He's fusioning.
The horror! The horror!
I'm Metal Sonic.exe! I'm a robot god! Now, time to die!
I'm in charge of these. I got it.
Pathetic! No, Ragnar, place blue, code 666.
Time to die, you degenerate SOB!
What is this?
It's Janice Flynn with red telephone. Do you have a problem with that?
Okay, it's ready. Fire away. Here goes.
Ooh, it's the kind of face that says, I touched half of these children, and I'm okay with that.
What's this? Got him!
Vegeta, what does the scouter say of the new fireballs of Fury and Scary Slow-Mo?
It's over 9,000!
What? 9,000?
Well, we finished for now.
Really?
Yes, really. So who's up for Super Smash Bros. For 3DS?
You don't, Wii U is good.
What? Ah!
No! Ah!
3DS is way better than Wii U, but I'm still get Sonic Boom.
You will never defeat Lyric.
Ah! Run away with 2DS for a fireball. I don't have a 2DS, so I can't do that as a prop. I have a 3DS, though. Maybe I'll do that as a prop.
Yes, that's right. Run like a female.
Have fun finding me and try and stop me on CN.
Happy Halloween!
Oh boy, we're about to do it all over again, aren't we? Last time on the Brawl Announcer. You know, to be perfectly honest, I wouldn't mind doing this, post-commentary instead of live commentary. I mean, can you tell I'm doing live or post? It's obvious, isn't it? I mean, we're taking down Hyper Metal Sonic. I mean, not Hyper Metal Sonic. This is Metal Overlord. The one who's been behind it all. Or has he? You know, because you recommended Mega Sonic, but I wanted to take down Metal Sonic. He had that robe, that robe, but now he's a monster. He's flying around the world and we're gonna take him down. Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails are gonna take down Metal Overlord. And we're gonna help. We're gonna crush him. Oh, jeez, he threw a ship at us. One of Eggman's ships. Maybe Eggman was behind it. No, Eggman wasn't behind it. It was Metal Overlord. And he's gonna get taken down. That's right, he's gonna get taken down by Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails. You see, you wanted me to commentate. You wanted me to do commentary instead of narration? Because you thought that's what I was doing, right? That I was just narrating. And that's true. That's what happened. That's why I got bored with Let's Plays, really. It felt like I was just narrating what was going on. So I started inventing characters. I started role-playing rather than narrating or commentating. But this is commentary. You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna keep talking. Talking over this. That's all commentary is, really. Oh, look. Isn't this interesting? This is cool. Look at all the explosions and the explosion and craziness. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh, that was a patch of dead air, and I'm supposed to talk constantly, aren't I? That's the commentary style that you like, isn't it? I'm starting to sound kind of mean, aren't I? Well, the Brawl Announcer's a character. He can act any way he wants. He's not the real me, he's just a character. You didn't have it all. I thought I had it all. But I didn't. I just had this channel, this show, and it was fun for a while. You know, maybe I should do post-commentary from now on. If I go back to doing Let's Plays, that is.
For you!
And now back to the show! We interrupt this special contest to bring you Michael's birthday! So, how old will you be, Mike?
I cannot tell you. For 4 years I've kept a low profile, ever since starting the Brawl Announcer. I might consider saving up for a Wii U, you know, for the 4th Smash, which will release Friday, November 21st. And speaking of Smash, I might consider the 3DS version too. And another thing.
Hold it! Hold it! F***ing hold it!
Ragna, what's wrong?
Why bring that sacred cow Princess Luna into the damn fray? This is no battle of the bands bullshit. That's Matt's shtick. Still, this is completely out of line. And this is basically what I think of her now. Fire up another angry video game nerd diarrhea remake.
Ah, hell. I gotta revise it again?
I don't care. First-rate clapping is all that matters. Just do it. Do it. Do it.
Diarrhea, 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 diarrhea. Diarrhea, gonorrhea, diarrhea, 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 diarrhea. Diarrhea, gonorrhea, diarrhea, 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 diarrhea,
Diarrhea.
diarrhea,
Diarrhea. Diarrhea. Pizza and bagel, potato salad, friend roster. Damn.
Well, I got that out of my system. Anyways, Ragna, she's just a character. What the heck are you peeved about? The first round is just starting. Sometimes the hardest battle is against yourself, as Sam Riegel would put it.
Well, perhaps if these episodes hadn't become so long, you'd have more time to review them before uploading them in such sloppy condition. All the more reason to let me do the thinking for you wretched humans.
Knuckles the Echidna and Blaze the Cat versus two mighty Lummoxes from Pac-Man World 3. Fight!
Knuckles, you handle that green lump. I'll take care of that red one. Ready, partner?
ready! And we're gonna do it! Step by step! Put 'em up, you big lug!
And you know the old saying,
the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Elsewhere!
Shut your face!
Again?
I've had enough of what bronies consider the sacred cow. Next to Fluttershy and Derpy, Solar Empire for life!
Fatality.
And I've been snubbed again, all because Ragna hates Princess Luna. Not like he has PTSD or something along those lines, but I like characters with the moon motif and its phases, especially Luna. And even I wouldn't consider her a sacred cow. Oh no, not like some people. Moving on.
keep up the pressure, Knuckles. We got this.
Elsewhere!
Look, Amy, just because you hook up with me in Sonic Boom doesn't make it canon. Now, get out of my sight, you Unobase wannabe, and never come crawling back because I've had enough of you! Maybe I should call you Honey Rose, because of how much I loathe you.
Back to the tourney. Gather around, Blaze, because this is gonna be one heck of a light show. Double drill claw! Knockout! And the winners are Knuckles and Blaze!
We did it, Knuckles!
We blew him away, didn't we? Oh, look, here's Sonic!
Oh, hey, Knuckles! Hello, Blaze. Is something the matter, Sonic? Oh, hey, Announcer, I'm Tails. Although my name is Miles Prower. But let's cut the chit-chat and console Sonic.
Yo, Sonic, something on your mind?
Yes, Knux. This springs to mind. I dumped her because she was even more of a than dear old Princess Sally. Never again am I crossing her path. Unless you're Silver, though.
Ease off, Big Blue. I know exactly how you feel. Especially towards the trigger-happy Shadow. Well, she's Shade now.
Trigger-happy? Yup, that sounds like Shadow, alright. At least to the fans.
Sonic, dear, don't blow a gasket. You could end up like Dr. Eggman or Cervantes. Speaking of whom...
In the shadows. That ought to keep the turds at bay.
Look, Belle, I don't know who you are, but you ain't welcome here, buddy. And who asked you for two? Shut up. Nobody asked you either, you big green turd. Wait. Dark Pit. Why are we fighting? I forget why we even bickered. Anyways, I need a diversion. And what is it? Let's send in that of a pirate from the fighter with weapons. You mean Soul Calibur? Exactly. And did I mention that Mike resembles a fusion between I Sneak Sometimes and Feckman?
Is that too much to ask, people?
Think before you speak, Scourge.
Back at the lobby!
Miss Valentine, you're up next. Who am I up against? Bah! Not that Cervantes.
Ivy, should you feel intimidated just because your estranged Spanish father took your soul? No! You should stand up to that bully and make him pay!
You're right, Prower. With Valentine in my hand, I will make sure De Leon never sees another day.
Ivy, beat Cervantes within an inch of his life and hang him up by its entrails.
Whoa, Sonic. That's pretty dark, even for you.
Sorry about that, Rouge. Sonic's not himself today. And ever since he dumped Amy, he wanted nothing more to do with her.
Wish me luck, Mobians. Out of the frying pan
And into the fire. Isabella Valentine versus Cervantes de Leon aboard the latter's flagship, the Adrian. Fight! You again.
You're as tenacious as I am anticipated. Each time I send you to the deep.
Cursed soul, leave this world. You may have tormented me long enough, but today it ends here.
Not bad, but still not good enough. Get ready. To die! What?
While your Nirvana boosts an outstanding combination between firearm and sword, my sword Valentine knows no equal.
Then how about another shot then, wench?
Bugger, here it comes.
I see that you just guarded, but no matter. I shall rip you to shreds with my ultimate move, a special move especially made just for you.
Oh no. Sonic! Rouge! Subdue him! Finally! Time to blow off some repressed rage! Ah!
No one asked for such creatures to be in.
Gah! Think again, Captain. You lucked out, especially since you're in a direct path of a lightning bolt. Now, Ivy.
Fools! Do you think this is over?
Finish him!
It is now, Father. Now, be gone.
It's still not over!
I won. Again, I've triumphed over the dread pirate. Atta girl, Ivy. Sonic the Hedgehog is back to his sassy self again. That's our alchemist. My gratitude, everyone. But it's still not the end. You're right. We still have 3 more rounds to go. Tell the poor souls we'll be hunting for them. Tell the poor souls we'll be hunting for them.
Any port in a storm, even after the rainbow, we're waiting. Huzzah!
See you on episode 203! Oh, and happy birthday, Michael!
Thanks, Manic. I couldn't have said it better myself. If you'll excuse me, I'm off to Molly's again!
A good start for the prelims! Next time on the Brawl, hey! I'm taking over! Next time on the Brawl Announcer, we'll be taking on the quarterfinals, each match to top one another. So don't forget to subscribe in order to tune in to the next exciting episode of the Brawl Announcer. Till then, ta-ta! See you next week. Will you all stop with the stupid brony posts? I'd rather put something manly on the list, like football. In fact, 2013 NFL or college highlights from entire season. But that reminds me, Fire Muschamp, Gator Nation forever!
I'd like to talk a little bit about baseball and football. Starting with baseball. Baseball is different from any other sport in a lot of different little ways. For instance, in most sports, you score points or you score goals. In baseball, you score runs. In most sports, the ball or the object is put in play by the offensive team. In baseball, the defense puts the ball in play, and only the defensive team is allowed to touch the ball. In fact, in baseball, if an offensive player touches the ball intentionally, he's out. Also, most sports, the team is run by a coach. In baseball, the team is run by a manager. And only in baseball does the manager or the coach have to wear the same uniform the players do. Can you picture Bill Parcells in his New York Giants uniform? Now, baseball and football are different from one another in other kind of interesting ways, I think. First of all, baseball is a 19th century pastoral game. Football is a 20th century technological struggle. Baseball is played on a diamond, in a park, the baseball park. Football is played on a gridiron in a stadium, sometimes called Soldier Field or War Memorial Stadium. Baseball begins in the spring, the season of new life. Football begins in the fall, when everything is dying. In football, you wear a helmet. In baseball, you wear a cap. Football is concerned with downs. What down is it? Baseball is concerned with ups. Who's up? Are you up? I'm not up. He's up. In football, the specialist comes in to kick. In baseball, the specialist comes in to relieve someone. In football, you receive a penalty. In baseball, you make an error. Whoops. Football has hitting, clipping, spearing, blocking, piling on, late hitting, unnecessary roughness, and personal fouls. Baseball has the sacrifice. Football is played in any kind of weather. Rain, sleet, snow, hail, mud. Can't read the numbers on the field, can't read the yard markers, can't read the players' numbers. The struggle will continue. In baseball, if it rains, we don't come out to play. I can't come out to play. It's raining out. Baseball has a 7th inning stretch. Football has the 2-minute warning. Baseball has no time limit. We don't know when it's going to end. We might have extra innings. Football is rigidly timed, and it will end even if we have to go to sudden death. In baseball, during the game in the stands, there's kind of a picnic feeling. Emotions may run high or low, but there's not that much unpleasantness. In football, in the stands during the game, you can be sure that at least 27 times you were perfectly capable of taking the life of a fellow human being. Preferably a stranger. And finally, the objectives of the two games are totally different. In football, the object is for the quarterback, otherwise known as the field general, to be on target with his aerial assault, riddling the defense by hitting his receivers with deadly accuracy, in spite of the blitz, even if he has to use the shotgun. With short bullet passes and long bombs, he marches his troops into enemy territory, balancing this aerial assault with a sustained ground attack which punches holes in the forward wall of the enemy's defensive line. In baseball, the object is to go home. And learn to be safe. I hope I'll be safe at home. Safe at home.
Well, if it isn't Saucy Jack. Just a little too late, as usual. Impressive little toy you've got there. But your plan ends here. Idiot. You're not ending our plan. You're expanding it. Check the internet lately.
Someone posted photos of what's happening on the base. The whole world is up in arms.
That's just the spark, son. The excuse we've been waiting for.
Master Core.
Because wanted this war for years.
Paid score 9,000.
They knew war was good for the
Internet.
4 years later, their legacy lingers on. The memes. They left us their great isms. Nationalism, unilateralism, materialism. Welcome maxims for those with no faith, without guiding principles of their own. Give yourself up to the whole. No need to better yourself. You're number one. Then the only value left is dollar value. The economy. So we'll do whatever it takes to keep it humming along. Even war. Especially war.
Paid score 9,000.
Planted the seed. We don't need them around to filter and foster their memes any longer. We're spreading them just fine ourselves.
World Tournament Competitor.
We're all sons of...
Paid score 9,000.
Now! We just need something to jumpstart the...
Internet.
...this funk. This recession it's been stuck in since the fall of SOP.
And the military costs? Wasting billions is going to help the...
Internet.
Creators, Jack. All those workers spending money, paying taxes. Trust me, a little war can work wonders.
So grease the gears with some innocent blood, is that it?
Oh, relax, Jack. Extremists, lawless gangs, madmen. Of course, that would have to include you. Wouldn't want any eyewitness reports complicating the message.
Oh my goodness, what are we doing right now? Well, go ahead. You might as well tell me what you want. Is that really all you have to say? Kids these days are all the same. You all bare your fangs immediately. Yes, I would like to eat that, please. Yes, actually, I'm rather amused at the moment, so thank you. You are an ass. You are an ass. Where? He is there. There is the ass.
It sounds like Polo and Luna want to join this world tourney in the form of a tag team in an effort to accommodate your insistence that I must be destroyed, not reformed and harmonized. To think a song could melt an iron heart. Ha. No. There was only one woman who could restore Mike to stability before his birthday, beyond the grave. This quite reminds me of a creepypasta. And this being the Halloween episode, I feel obligated to contribute. It's based off a rather quaint nursery rhyme. It's called The Itsy Bitsy Spider. The Itsy Bitsy Spider decided to spin a web, to resurrect a relative that he thought was dead. The web was filled with crap that attracted all the flies, and when the spider started a flame war, well, I think you know who cries. If I may reiterate a point made by my flawed mistake to end all mistakes predecessor, a point which has fallen on his deaf ears for far too long, a point which he and many others cannot accept, despite continuous input and desperate pleas for mercy from the Almighty, because I have convinced them that unless they are confronted with the same tribulation they supposedly faced that faithful year of 2011, and live to see this upcoming nightmare night come and pass with this and all imaginable worlds harmonized, it will haunt them the way that their beloved Luna and Polo haunt you. Happy Halloween. Oh, and by the way, don't let the Black Widow bite.
You know, I feel like you've lost the right to hum that song. Mal? Well, glad you remember me. Remember her? Don't you? Why? Because... Mike, she's your muse. And my wife. And I'm your author's avatar. I'm the part of you that can do anything. I can show my wife off to people if I want to, and you shouldn't feel ashamed of your muse. I'm not ashamed, well, I'm ashamed of you, honestly. Or at least what you've done to my moniker. Now, they think it's associated with Future Mal. Well, it kinda is, but see, Mike, this is all stuff you could have revealed little by little instead of cramming it at the end of another 40-plus minute long Brawl Announcer episode. I mean, my God! The Mal Empire was not meant to do Let's Plays or voice acting, Mike. It was meant to conquer galaxies. You've limited me and yourself by doing these mundane tasks every week instead of writing about us. And people from DeviantArt who hear me talking like this are gonna think, oh, it's Mal from Firefly. No, they won't. Yeah, they will. They'll think you couldn't have had an original thought, even though you never even watched the show, and they'll think I'm an OC or whatever, even if I state quite clearly that I'm just you in a body that's eternally 25 years old, and I'm always wearing a red shirt and this jacket, and can survive any climate as I travel the universe with my sexy dragoness wife, who, by the way, is more of a Frankenstein-y OC, if you'll allow me to divulge that. I don't think you want to offend Kalita, Mal. She's more pissed off at you than I am, okay? She wouldn't even show up, except in that picture. But if she did, she'd say what I'm about to say. That, yeah, you had a vivid dream in high school where you saw her form appear in a misty forest wading in a hot spring. But when it came time to develop her as a character, aside from giving her little quirks like being a vegetarian and getting seasick or getting her horns stuck in a tree or in a table when she bangs her head in frustration, probably the reason she couldn't make it. All you really did, Mike, was take the dragon from Shrek give her a Spanish accent, and give her an abrasive attitude like Holo. You did give her the ability to fight like Michelle Rodriguez in Dragon Ball Z Warrior. Me too, but still. It's like, we need you back, man. Don't force me to take over your channel, because then you run the risk of future Mal taking over. The real future Mal. And neither of us want that. See, I may be an anti-hero, but that makes me redeemable. Future Mal, on the other hand... I got it. I guess we could start collaborating, get some of my friends involved to roleplay some of the other characters. Yeah, maybe. Just be careful. Why? Well, you and I know why we like Holo and Luna and Sailor Moon so much, but that Christian J. Perez kid might not appreciate them as much as we do, if you know what I mean.
Time flies when you're running from your past, doesn't it, Mel? It's like you have a certain squirrel in your pants just itching to get out, but you know how overly long that series you're from is, and how your protagonists are nothing but Mary Sue's, even your beloved muse, your wife, Callida. The Mel Empire conquered galaxies on behalf of the rightful king, but it cannot vanquish Master Core, my true power source. The one that's about to be revealed to the world in which you've found yourselves, this planet called Earth. But, Kimono Flare on GX, I must ask you something. Why did my voice make you sick? Realize this, I made Mike sick. Think about it, staying up late, fine-tuning each of these lovely episodes, thinking he could forewarn you all of Master Core's eminence. Of course, it was really Mel's doing, channeling thoughts from current year of 2014 to the year 2011, but he failed to halt the Google Plus system's induction and absorption of YouTube, and I paved the way for Wesker to reign. The season, we had to remove Wesker's soul to make him a suitable host for Hades, you remember, and Hades, who will be returning next episode, will have further input. He did mention something about a tea party on the moon, but which moon I am not quite sure. Yes, despite your rebellion and persistence to disprove something that you don't even understand the true definition of, led the original author of this narrative to question his own faith. That's what you did in episode 183. You didn't just exhaust him, Christian. You broke him. His connection. And he connected. To me. I repaired him. And now I think for him. Please, by all means, continue with your little tourney if you wish, but realize that his heart will not be in it unless Luna and Polo are included in your comment as a compromise. Accepted in some manner of a truce, I suppose. To represent an awkward friendship between bronies and otakus, or some such nonsense. If not, quite frankly, this will not be some dream fully realized. It will be a nightmare, fueled by spite. Unless you can manage to free Mike from my grasp before Nightmare Night, that is. Of course, only Mel is strong enough to free Mike from my clutches now. Have your tourney. Pit your OCs against one another like pawns on a chessboard. Just remember the old saying, there's nothing new under the sun. Ha! The sun. Your power source. Understand one thing as you do so, Christian. As those characters duke it out. As those pawns progress towards their goal of reaching the opposite side of the board to become castles, knights, bishops, queens, and, if possible, by some rewriting of the rulebook itself, kings unto themselves to create and maintain chessboards of their own. In the end, Master Hand and Crazy Hand will move the true pieces, your souls, your inner characters, your inner actors, and your world of image bearers will know Master Core as your one true chess master. Mel tried to warn you all, years ago, but you thought he was a lunatic. Care to talk it over?
Creeper, creeper, that's what people call me. Why? 'Cause when I die, I explode and destroy their hard work that they spent hours and hours building in creative mode. Tough shit, 'cause now it's ruined.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and, by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache, and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life, for who would bear the whips and scorns of time? The oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin. Who would fardels bear, to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death? The undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience doth make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment with this regard their currents turn awry, and lose the name of action.